It was the first day of the month, and I was alone in my home. Feeling weary, I lay down upon my bed and soon drifted into a profound slumber. Suddenly, two extraordinary men appeared before me in my dream, their figures towering and majestic in ways I had never before witnessed on earth. Their faces shone with a radiance like the sun, and their eyes glowed intensely as though aflame. From their lips emerged a warm, gentle fire, and they wore garments of purple and gold that shimmered in the light, while their wings gleamed even brighter than gold, surpassing it in brilliance. Their hands, white as the purest snow, rested gracefully by their sides as they stood at the head of my bed, their presence filling the room with a profound stillness. Hearing my name softly called, I awoke, immediately rising from my bed. My eyes were wide with awe and surprise as I gazed upon these heavenly figures, whose appearance inspired both reverence and trepidation within me. Recognizing my shock, the two beings greeted me with calm and assured words. "Take courage, Enoch," they said gently. "Do not fear. We have been sent by the eternal God, who has commanded that today you shall ascend with us to the heavens." At their words, a mixture of courage and reverence steadied my heart. They instructed me to inform my family, so I hurried to call upon my sons, Methuselah, Regem, and Gad. Gathering them together, I relayed to them the marvels that had been revealed to me. I told them that the Lord's messengers had arrived, that I was to join them in ascending to heaven, and that they must not search for me until the Lord willed my return. My sons listened in solemn understanding, and as I finished speaking, the angels extended their luminous wings, lifting me from the ground. As we ascended, I marveled at the vast expanse stretching beneath me until we reached the first heaven. There, they set me gently upon a cloud, where I could behold the wonders that lay beyond Earth's limits. Beneath us was a great sea, one that was immense and powerful, surpassing even the oceans of Earth. Around us I saw celestial elders and rulers, and among them were 200 angels, guardians of the stars, who guided them in their celestial movements. These heavenly beings moved with astonishing grace, their wings carrying them swiftly as they encircled the voyagers of the heavens, watching over those who ventured upon the waters of the earth below. Gazing downward, I was shown vast storehouses guarded by angels, repositories of snow, clouds, and dew, which shimmered like olive oil. Here, angels safeguarded the elements, watching over each with vigilance, ensuring their orderly release onto the earth. From the first heaven we ascended further, arriving at the second heaven, a realm engulfed in darkness more profound than any night. Here, I beheld souls suspended in torment, awaiting the final unending judgment. These angels had once rejected God's commands, turning instead to follow a fallen prince now imprisoned within the depths of the fifth heaven. These anguished souls mourned without ceasing, their sorrow a constant reminder of their choice to rebel. Leaving behind the shadowed realm, the angels led me to the third heaven. It was a place of indescribable beauty, a garden unlike any found on earth. The air was filled with the fragrance of blooming flowers, and every tree bore fruit of exquisite sweetness. In the heart of this paradise stood the tree of life, a mighty symbol of God's presence. Its golden leaves were tinged with shades of vermilion, burning with a vibrant glow, yet they remained untouched by any flame. This tree was unmatched in beauty, and from its roots sprang 4 rivers, streams of honey, milk, oil, and wine. These rivers flowed gently through the paradise, blessing all they touched before dividing and encircling the paradise of Eden. Higher still, my journey continued. We reached the 4th heaven, where I witnessed the movements of the sun and moon. I observed as these celestial bodies followed their appointed paths, each guided by unseen hands. The sun's light shone more intensely than that of the moon, and it moved with remarkable speed, accompanied by 4 stars that flanked its path. Around the sun circled myriad stars, each carrying out its celestial duty with the help of attending angels. Day and night, these angels ignited the sun and guided it on its journey across the heavens. The angelic guides then led me further, bringing me to the 5th heaven, where I beheld countless beings, known as the Grigori, whose size and stature surpassed even the greatest of giants. They were silent, their faces solemn and withered, and no voices were raised in service or worship. I sensed in them an ancient sadness, a resigned stillness as they awaited their unknown fate. Finally, I was taken to a dark and terrifying realm on the northern side, a place of unrelenting flames and darkness where shadows and fire intermingled with frost and ice. Here all manner of torment persisted, merciless and eternal, with no respite. The air was filled with the cries of souls condemned to unending suffering. The angels who presided over this place bore weapons of wrath, and I understood this realm was prepared for those who had rejected God, who had chosen lives of deceit, violence, and defiance. They had defiled the innocent, stolen from the needy, and worshipped false gods crafted by their own hands. For these transgressions, they would inherit this place for eternity, a somber warning etched forever into the order of the cosmos. After witnessing these realms, I was returned safely by the two angels. Descending once more through the layers of heaven, I felt my feet touch the earth, filled with the knowledge of all I had seen and the duty to share these visions with those still bound to the earthly life. The journey, surreal and sacred, had revealed mysteries of God's creation and judgment, filling me with an understanding both profound and humbling. In Enoch's celestial journey, he asks the angelic beings guiding him about the silent, solemn figures with downcast faces, and why they no longer engage in divine service. His guides reveal that these beings are the Grigori, or Watchers, celestial soldiers who once rebelled against the divine order under the influence of their leader, Satan. This rebellion occurred on the second heaven, where they are now bound in darkness, awaiting the day of divine judgment. The tale recounts how 3 of the Grigori left their heavenly posts and descended to earth. From their heavenly heights they observed the beauty of the daughters of men, which stirred desires within them, leading them to abandon their vows of chastity and purity. They took human wives, merging the divine with the mortal, creating a hybrid lineage of giants and remarkable men. However, their union marred the purity of earth and introduced lawlessness, chaos, and moral corruption. For this transgression, the Watchers faced divine punishment, being condemned to imprisonment and destined to bear the consequences of their actions until the day of divine retribution. This tale also reflects the theme of divine justice, a motif that emphasizes the consequences of crossing sacred boundaries and disregarding divine commandments. After witnessing the fate of the Grigori, Enoch is led further upwards, passing through the 6 celestial heavens. In the 6th heaven, he encounters an awe-inspiring assembly of angels, each bearing radiant and shining faces that reflect the brilliance of the sun. There is no difference in their expressions, appearance, or behavior, symbolizing unity in purpose. This heavenly host represents the archangels, angelic beings of the highest order, who not only regulate celestial bodies, the stars, sun, and moon, but also ensure the orderly governance of the world. Enoch learns that these angelic figures carry the weight of divine instruction, guiding the cycles of seasons and years and overseeing all forms of life on earth. The archangels instruct and command, crafting laws to guide celestial and terrestrial realms, and singing praises with voices that resonate across the heavens. Their purpose is multifaceted. Angels oversee everything from rivers and seas to grass, trees, and the fruits of the earth, nurturing creation and providing sustenance to all creatures. Another group of angels takes on the solemn task of recording the lives and deeds of men, inscribing their actions in sacred books before the face of the Lord. This meticulous recording underscores the importance of individual accountability and the notion that every soul's journey is observed, documented, and weighed against divine standards. Accompanying the angels are celestial beings like phoenixes, cherubim, and 6-winged seraphim. Together, they lift their voices in harmonious songs of praise before the Lord's throne, songs so beautiful they are beyond earthly description. The heavenly choir sings without pause, symbolizing eternal devotion and the continuous glorification of divine beauty and order. Enoch is then lifted to the 7th heaven, a realm of unmatched radiance, where he encounters a host of heavenly entities, archangels, cherubim, seraphim, thrones, and beings with multiple eyes. These exalted beings are arranged in 9 regiments and stand in solemn attention, paying homage to the throne of God. As Enoch beholds the divine splendor, he trembles with awe and fear, overwhelmed by the magnitude of the Lord's glory. The angels reassure Enoch, encouraging him to have courage and not fear. In this realm, Enoch observes the throne of God from a distance, a sight both magnificent and terrifying. The Lord's face appears like iron glowing in a furnace, emitting radiant sparks and an indescribable beauty that humbles Enoch. In Hebrew, the 10th and final heaven where God's throne is located is called Aravoth. Here, the divine hosts approach the throne, standing on 10 steps according to their ranks, bowing before God, and then returning to their places to continue their joyful and reverent singing. As Enoch is led upward, he glimpses the 8th heaven, known as Muzaloth, the realm that governs the shifting of seasons, droughts, rains, and the 12 constellations that circle the firmament. Moving even higher, he reaches the 9th heaven, Kokavim, which houses the homes of the constellations within the heavenly firmament. Finally, Enoch arrives at the 10th heaven, Aravoth, where he witnesses the ineffable appearance of the Lord's face, glowing with divine fire, emitting sparks, and radiant beyond description. Overwhelmed by the divine radiance, Enoch falls prostrate in worship, recognizing his unworthiness in the presence of the divine. The Lord speaks, reassuring Enoch with gentle words to arise and take courage. The archangel Michael, one of the foremost archangels, lifts Enoch and leads him directly before the Lord. To mark Enoch's transformation, God commands Michael to remove Enoch's earthly garments and anoint him with a heavenly ointment. The ointment, described as shining brighter than sunlight, infuses Enoch with divine light and imparts to him a fragrance as sweet as dew. This transformation signifies Enoch's full entrance into the heavenly realm and his elevation among the divine beings. After receiving this anointing, Enoch's appearance changes. He becomes radiant, indistinguishable from the celestial beings surrounding him. This transformation signifies his assimilation into divine company, as he has now become one of the glorious ones, attuned to the celestial order and infused with divine wisdom. Enoch's journey reveals not only the structure of the celestial heavens, but also conveys profound themes of divine justice, order, and transformation. Each heaven houses beings with distinct roles, all serving a purpose within the grand design. Through Enoch's experience, the tale illustrates the interconnectedness between the heavens and the earth, demonstrating that every act, whether celestial or mortal, has significance in the cosmic order.